Hello there, everybody, and welcome to session 101, take two, of The Forming. I am your Dungeon Master of Doom, Oops All Brands, and with me today we've got my lovely, my amazing, my triple threat cast here. We have got Just Harry, we've got Patron of Chaos, and we've got Khadij Al Kubra. Apologies about the last time we attempted to stream, guys. It just was not for having it. We were being seen some places and we weren't being seen on others, and then at some point you could see us but you couldn't hear us, and we just couldn't get it to work. But we are working now, so hi, we're here. Quick reminder, everybody, PAX Unplugged is coming up soon, and I'm going to be there. I'm going to be wearing this fantastic, funky new t-shirt, and it's going to be like, hey, talk to me about World Tree Quest, and I will tell you all about this amazing and cool place where we run amazing and cool D&D games and Dragon Age games. Stay tuned for that, by the way. So, yeah, please do come and see us at PAX Unplugged. I want to see as many people as I can. I want to talk to my friends. I want to make new friends. I will give you fun little things and stickers and all that jazz, because that's what I will do. That's it for that. Another quick reminder to everybody to check out a wonderful company, Inkblade Publishing, their Kickstarter for their brand new 5th edition supplementary game. Gothica Plague Worlds is launching very soon, and it's a fantastic game. We have we've been running four session adventure on this channel every Wednesday, and our penultimate session is coming up this Wednesday at oh god, the times are all messed up because of daylight savings time. 3 p.m. CST, 4 p.m. EST, that's 8 p.m. British time. So you should definitely come along and see it. Gothica Plague Worlds is a fantastic addition to any DM's arsenal. If you really want to plague, and I mean literally plague your players, Gothica Plague Worlds has got everything you could ever want for it. Phenomenal thing to add to your arsenal. I will drop in a link that will take you to everywhere you've got to know about that during this session. But that's it for the housekeeping stuff that we've got to do, so we're going to go right to the sticky of it. Guys, what the frack happened last session?
A lot of sad.
So much sad. Well, there was some fun too. We ran into like a group of like Goliaths along the road who were like having like this hammer lifting competition. Yep. Some people joined in, some people just watched and like gave a little. We're like the cheerleading squad on the sidelines. Riddles were solved and not solved. Kesselis is in the sads because he's very worried, and for good reason, because they're in a very dangerous spot. And there was some shopping done as well. We went through the first summer settlement, going through. And then big sads, when we were passing by the road, we came across a village. By the looks of it, it was like a small farming village that was burnt to the ground. Yep. And that was especially hard for Kesselis and Arya, who had never really seen that kind of like senseless brutality in war before. And so everyone went to investigate. I believe, I don't remember who found what specific infos, but it turns out, they just couldn't pay their taxes because there was a big increase towards, the Sun's First cult, or, Summer and the war effort or whatever. So since they couldn't pay up because they're just poor farming village trying to get by, they decided to burn it all down. But the Summer folk decided to try and take a stand and, fight back. And nothing was left alive or standing except for 3 little kids, one of whom was a baby. One kid was carrying a baby, and they ran off. And Eleyion went after, the sound of, the tracks or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they were cornered by a Sun's First cult, soldier. And Arya and Reverie and Kesselis are paces behind them for now. Eleyion just was pulling total like hero defending the weak, and then all of a sudden like this guy is like real bad. He's on like a serpent thing, and then all of a sudden, swoop comes in Mama Gryphon, and now he's on the back of a Gryphon like a heroic knight.
Yeah, so very, very correct there. We had, it's less serpent, more like a salamander. Large, think Drake, but with less horns and spikes and stuff. Very Komodo dragon-esque. What he's on the back of, and it has been shown the capability to breathe fire. Showing that it could possibly have some links to Draconics, who knows. But yeah, Eleyion is now the first Summer Eladrin to mount and ride a Gryphon. And not like he broke the Gryphon and forced it into being a mount. This Gryphon willingly accepted Eleyion onto its back. There is now like a bond between them. And we did initiate, there was a little bit of combat that happened beforehand, and now we are into mounted combat. Eleyion, do you need a quick refresh on the stuff that can go on with mounted combat?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Absolutely. So, mounted combat, how it will basically work is not that it's going to come into effect in this fight, because, well, I mean, technically it could, but the likelihood of it is quite small. Mounted combat, how I run it is there's only one deviation I have from normal rules. If you land a critical hit, whatever the total score of the hit was, you need to make not the total score, sorry, that's completely wrong. Whatever their weapons modifier plus 10, so like say for talk's sake yourself, when you roll to hit, what do you roll? I think you add on like a plus 7, plus 8.
Somebody gives me plus 9.
Plus 9, okay. So if you swing and land a critical hit on a plus 9, that's a total of 29, that's obviously hitting. They would then have to make a either acrobatics or athletics check. They have to be a 19, 10 plus your weapon attack modifier. Mm-hmm. If they fail, they are knocked from their mount. They're knocked off their mount. As you are riding on large creatures, you'll take 1d6 of fall damage if you fall off your mount. Right? That's the only deviation of the rules that I have. Alright? Other than that, unless the thing attacking you is also mounted, they have disadvantage to attack you. Mm-hmm. And you have advantage to attack them unless they're mounted. Mm-hmm. You and this guy will probably just be trading blows. Also, well mounted, it's a bonus action to mount and dismount. Mm-hmm. And there's a little caveat I'm going to give to you because you've had a bond with this Gryphon for a while. It's been building up, and this is where it's come into fore. This Gryphon is now going to share your skills. Mm-hmm. So anything you have proficiency in, this Gryphon has proficiency in it.
Understood.
Okay. So without further ado, we're going to go back into the combat. When we left off, you had climbed up onto the back of this Gryphon, and this Gryphon was like, you know, legs wide, neck up, squaring off here. This guy's on the back of this Drake. Reverie, Arya, and Kesselis are 30 seconds out. That is 5 rounds of combat before you guys are rolling initiative. If we get to that. Okay? And with that, we go to your turn. Eleyion.
Hello there, and would you look at that? We're all in the correct places. I think that's a world quest first.
Boom, sorry about that. I left the background of the YouTube on while I was using it to get details. Sorry, Eleyion, you are up, and the Gryphon will take its turn immediately after yours. If it does anything.
Okay.
Up to you.
Can I like move with it on my turn, or do I?
So you will control its movement. Mm-hmm. When you are moving on your turn, it's using its movement. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Perfect.
On its turn, it will have It will have the opportunity to, if it wants to, it can dash. If all of its movement's been used, it can use what's remaining, or then it can just use its turn as normal. But yes, you guys are sharing a movement speed, and as it is the mount, you're using its movement speed. So its movement is 30-foot movement, 80-foot flight speed.
Perfect.
Big Gryphon.
Big bird.
Yeah, real fast.
I'm going to kind of... It's going to sound really over the top. I'm going to kind of kick it off, turn upside down, and try and get between him and the kids.
Okay.
And then hit him on the way past underneath.
Love it. So this Gryphon, like it's almost there's a little bit of a right, okay, where you actually have to kind of move, but it's like the way you tilt your body and you pinch your legs and move the way you would instinctively do it on a demigryph. And this Gryphon responds to it easily. It jumps, corkscrews in the air. As you're getting in between, so are you meaning to attack while you're getting in between?
Yes.
This? Right, okay, cool. As it spirals, this Gryphon times it perfectly. And because it's the Gryphon that's moving, while it's flying, it has flyby, so they will not get an attack of opportunity on this. You can make your attack roll.
First one is a 26.
26 is going to hit.
And the second one is a 20, non-natural.
Sweet. On the 20, they will pop shield.
Okay. I will use my reaction to Maid Slayer to hit them again, because they've cast a spell within 5 feet.
Absolutely.
That will be 18, so that won't hit either.
18 is not going to hit, I'm afraid. So,
Okay.
as this corkscrew happens, you bring... What weapon is it you're using?
The Sun Sword.
So you're using Lightbringer. Okay, cool. You arc down with this blade, and as you pull it out and swing it down, and the sunblade bursts into like there. It's not like a lightsaber. It doesn't do the bzzz. It's like a as the light just shatters out of this thing, and you arc it down, and it carves into this man, catches him by surprise. Usually the Suns first are the ones cutting about with these kind of weapons. And even then, the highest of them, only the Flame Bearers are the ones cutting around with Sunblades. As you carve down with it and you go in for the second attack, he throws up the shield spell, now very aware of what you've got coming with you, and your second attack glances off it, and so does your third. But the Gryphon lands on the ground about 30 feet away from him, in between him, his salamander and the kids, and turns round on the spot, curling itself around.
Very nice.
Roll your damage for the attack, please. The first attack.
I will use a 3rd level Divine Smite.
Yes.
Which is... It's all radiant, thankfully, now.
Yep.
Which will be 2, 3, 4, yeah. 14, 19, 22, 30. 35 points of radiant damage.
35 points of radiant.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Let me just get the old calculator. Yep, that was right. Okay, so... Nope, that's wrong. Okie dokie.
And then... go on.
Is there anything else for you?
I will kind of... Okay. And I will look down at the Gryphon, just kind of gently stroke the back of its neck. And a small, like, almost blaze chain will kind of sit around it and just kind of operate. And I will cast Shield of Faith on it. So it has a +2 to its AC.
Okay. Casual Gryphon cutting around with a 16 AC right now. Okay, it's then going to go to this Gryphon's turn. Sweet. Would you like to take the Gryphon's turn, or do you want me to roll it?
No, by all means, you can.
Awesome. Then in that case, the Gryphon is... So you've used 60 feet of its movement, of its flight movement, okay? So the Gryphon is... There's 30 feet between them. The Gryphon is going to... As you cast this and the Gryphon kind of sees what's around it, you see this kind of like... Despite the fact that most of this creature's appearance is very avian, you see that very feline trait. You know, like when tigers or jaguars are hunting and they roll their shoulder blades? And that's like the right before the pounce. And you feel that coil in the back of their legs. They bound forward 20 feet, and then its wings shoot out as it barrels forward, talons in front, out towards this creature, and it lets out this almost bass-like eagle shriek as it crashes into this drake. And it just starts tearing at this thing's face. As it's done that, that is a charge attack that it has. So if it moves up to 20 feet and then attacks, it gets to either do additional damage, or the creature has to make a strength check without to not be knocked over. As it is, I'm just going to make it do more damage. It's going to go. It's going to go in with those claws. It gets to make 2 attacks, one with beak and one with claws. And the charge attack allows it to add an additional 2d6 to the first attack that it does. So I am going to do... First we're going to hit with them talons on a +7 to hit. That's a 9 plus 7 for a total of 16. Nope, that's an absolute lie. That's the wrong modifier. That's a 9 plus 9 for a total of 18. 18 will hit on this behemoth of a drake that it's fighting. Let me just make a note. Awesome. So that is going to be 4d6 plus... That is 4d6 plus 6. That is 12 plus 6 is 18 slashing damage with those claws. And now it's going to go in with their beak. And that is a 13 plus 9 for a total of 22. Six and 4 is 10, plus 6 is 16 piercing damage with the beak. 18 plus 16 makes a total of 34. Awesome. At that point, it's going to have 10 foot of its... It'll have 10 foot flight speed left. So at that point, it's going to just flap itself back 10 feet so it doesn't get an attack of opportunity. And then it's going to walk back 10 feet, using up the entirety of its movement speed now. Alrighty, with that being the Gryphon's turn, it's going to go on to the knight on his drake. And he will spur this drake forward, using drawing from his belt as a bonus action, alongside the spear that he's got in one hand with the radiant tip. He also unfurls what looks like a coiled metal whip. But as he unsheaths it, it starts to glow. But it's not like a radiant glow like a sun weapon would be. This is like heat. And he lashes at this drake's hindquarters and makes it charge forward. It is also going to make a charge attack. But he will take his turn first, as again they both clash in. He is going to choose to make his attacks aiming towards you. So he's going to jab at you twice with this spear that he has. I just put my dice away. Why did I put my dice away? So the first one is going to be a 14.
Does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think that would. The second one is going to be a 24.
Does hit.
That's it, fantastic. So that is going to be... he is going to... Nah, he's not. He's not the special one. Plus 4. 21. 11 plus 4 is 15. 15 plus 6 is 21. 21 plus 1 is 22. It's 22 radiant damage. So the first time he jabs forward, you manage to parry aside with your blade. As it's parried aside, he spins it expertly round and comes in with an overhead backhanded jab and gets it kind of like right in at your collarbone. For a total of 22 radiant damage. As he does that, his Drake is going to attack, and the Drake is going to... Do I have to... Where's my notes? It didn't, so I don't have to do that. I'm going to need you, and the Gryphon, both of you to make a dexterity saving throw. As this creature... As you guys clash in, and the Gryphon and this Drake rear up while he's jabbing at you, you see this Drake kind of clamp claws on like the Gryphon's collarbone and at its rib, kind of holding its upper body in place, and then it opens its mouth, and as it opens it kind of python like, it's almost like the base of its jaw unhinges a little bit, and you see this red glow come out of its mouth as it's going to try and use its breath weapon.
The Gryphon does have +5 because of Aura of Protection.
Okay, fantastic. That's a 12 on the die. +8, dirty 20 is going to be enough for the Gryphon to dodge.
It's an 18 for me.
An 18 for you, an 18 for you is going to be enough as well. So you guys are both going to take half damage. As how essentially it's going to happen is, as the Gryphon sees this, the Gryphon is going to, with their kind of free talon, kind of comical, but it's also kind of really fun when it happens, clamp the jaw shut, and then pull her wing like over you, so that only a little bit of the gout of flame gets out, and you guys are mostly shielded from it. But you will still, you're still going to take some damage, but it is going to be halved. So that is 5d8. 3, 4, 5. 2 and 8 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 plus 4 is 19. 19 plus 3 is 22. 22 halved is 11 fire damage each.
Okay.
And that's its action. I do not believe this creature has a bonus. It does have a bonus action. It doesn't really make sense to do here, so it's not going to take its bonus action. Does he have a bonus action? He already moved his turn past, so that doesn't actually matter if he does. At which point we go back to the top of initiative order. That's Eleyion, you for round 2.
Okay, I am not looking good. So I am going to be, unfortunately, dropping the concentration on Shield of Faith straight away.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Haste on myself.
Okay.
And then with my additional hasted action, I'm going to pump 50 points of Lay on Hands into myself.
Sweet. You clap your hand on your chest. 50 hit points comes back to you. Bit more refreshed. Some of those wounds that are maybe kind of burning, that kind of ache in your muscles fades away a little bit.
That... Oh, hold on. Yeah. It's on 28. That will be my whole turn.
Okay. Then as it goes to the Gryphon is going to... What is this Gryphon going to do? Okay. Yeah. The Gryphon is going to, while still tangled in this tussle with this creature, the Gryphon is going to open its beak and it's going to let out this high-pitched, intense shriek right towards them. Going to try and go for a stunning streak. Stunning shriek. They will both have to make Constitution saving throws. The knight is going to fail. I think that creature might have just scraped. Oh wait, no. 13 plus 2 is 15. Nope, they are both stunned until the end of the Gryphon's next turn.
Very nice.
That is an action. So, Gryphon can't do shit. That is its entire action. It does not have bonus actions. So it's then going to go to... It would then go to the knight. The knight is currently stunned. Therefore, can't do nothing. Same with the drake. Bear with me a wee second to double check. We're ruling on something.
This is so cinematic. I'm loving it.
Incapacitated, can't take actions. Yeah, they can't do anything. So it just goes right back to your turn, Eleyion. They are both stunned. As a reminder, wait, is that stunned or is that paralyzed?
It's advantage, but I don't think it's auto crit.
Attack rolls against them have advantage, but you don't get auto crit. That's what I just wanted to double check that. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get in, like, have the Gryphon move forward, and then I'm gonna take 2 attacks at the rider.
Okay. You have advantage on both of these.
First one is terrible. 16.
16 on him. 16 is not going to hit, I'm afraid.
Okay, and the second one is an 18.
18 is going to be a meet sit, beat sit. He does not have the ability to shield spell that either.
Okay. Oh, and a hasted attack, so I need to do that as well.
Yep.
8's another 18, so 2 of them.
Sweet. 2 attacks go through.
There'll be 2 second level slots for smites because I don't have any third levels left. Oh, that is terrible. 20 points of radiant damage
20
for the first
points
one.
of radiant damage, okay.
And then that's much better. 15, 25, 33 points of radiant damage for the second one.
Okay, dokie. Is that everything for you?
That is me.
That's you. Okay. Goes to the Gryphon. Gryphon is going to keep doing what it's doing. But seeing you attack this and knowing this creature is now stunned because of its shriek. As a matter of fact, no, it doesn't make sense. The creature's just going to keep... The Gryphon's just going to keep attacking the drake. Okay, so that first one is going to be a dirty 20, which is going to hit. This is the claws. Second one is a nat 20 on the beak. So the claws are just the normal 2d6. 2d6 plus 6. Sorry, 2d6 plus 7, sorry. 5 and 5 plus 7 is 17 slashing damage on the drake. Brings it to that. Then it comes to the critical attack, which is going to be 16 piercing at base. 16 plus 7, sorry. So 16 plus 7 is going to be 23. 23 plus. 23 plus 5 is 28. 28 plus 8 is 16. No, it's not 16, it's 36. So, so it rakes its talons as it's got one talon around this creature's mouth. The other talon, it rakes it down, like at the creature's collarbone, then just pulls up. You can see not only bits of flesh and blood fly off this thing, but like scales come like flake off of this thing, and then it's going to use its beak, and it goes for like the jaw as it gets the hooked beak right in there. This drake kind of shakes its head as much as it can, but it can't really do much against it at this point. But that's going to be the end of the Gryphon's turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go to the knight, who is once again going to try and just attack. That's all he can do. He's kind of locked in here.
Mm-hmm.
First attack against you, that's not going to hit at all. That's a 4 on the dice. The second attack against you is a 9 on the dice, and I believe I don't think that's going to hit you actually, because I think that's a total of 16. 9 plus 7, yeah, 16.
That does not hit.
Okay, cool. So he jabs once with a spear, and again you bat it aside. The second spear, as it goes through, it's like as the spear goes to jab, the flapping wing of the Gryphon that's kind of like, right in it, bats the spear aside. It'll go to the Drake. The Drake does it get its breath weapon back? That's a 4, so it doesn't. On this Drake, it's going to get to make its attacks. It has an extra attack that it can make due to the fact it has a big heavy tail.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to try and bite the Gryphon. That's a 17 on the die. That's going to be enough to bite the Gryphon. It'll try to claw at the Gryphon as well. That will not happen, but it will try to smack it with its tail. Which will happen. The tail attack will happen. So, bite and tail.
What does just out of curiosity, because I do have a reaction, what does the hit come out as? Like, what's the total?
Okay, cool. So the hit on the bite was a heavy one. That's 17 plus 9 for a total of 26.
That's fine.
But the tail was only a 9 plus 9 for a total of 18.
Okay, I will use the Armor of the Lionheart's ability to reduce my AC by 5 to make his AC 19.
Okay, so therefore it's just the bite that happens. So in that case, that is 2d10, d10 there, and d10 there.
That will be until the end of my next turn.
Okay. 8 and 6 is 14, plus 5 is 19, plus 1d6 of fire damage. 3. So 19 piercing, 5 fire.
Thanks.
So as this knight fails in his attempt, this behemoth of a drake comes in with the claw. The Gryphon's talon catches it. As the Gryphon's talon comes down, opens up the side of its neck, you see this thing wrench its head free from the talon, and arc, like that very serpentine arc comes in and just clamps down. As the Gryphon lets out this shriek and this tail comes up behind it, you drop some of your own armor, and it's almost like your armor shrink, like the shoulder plates almost seem to recede. The chest plate seems to become more malleable and smooth rather than being hard. As this Gryphon, its feathers seem to take on a kind of metallic sheen, becoming more bronze than that kind of sunbursty auburn. As the tail bounces helplessly off of it. It goes back now to your turn, Eleyion.
I am going to... They're within 5 feet of each other, right? The two mounts?
Oh, they're like full
On
on
each other.
like two tigers fighting like right
I'm
in the middle
gonna
like this.
run up the Gryphon's, the back of its neck, and I'm going to jump onto his.
Okay,
And
I'll allow it to happen. I will count it as the bonus action of dismount.
Sure.
Cool. So you run up the Gryphon, jump onto the back of this creature.
And then I'm going to be hitting the rider, but from his mount.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
That's a natural one, so I'm going to use luck to reroll. It's my last point.
Fantastic.
That will be a 22 to hit,
22 to hit.
and the hasted action is a 24 to hit.
24 to hit. I'm gonna be a DM for something here, right? I'm going to abuse my power this once and this once only, because I'm looking at hit point totals here, and what I'm going to say to you is, as has been pointed out, this has been quite a cinematic and quite an enjoyable wee bit of combat here. So, a couple of sessions ago, when we started doing our portent roll things for MVPs, y'all were very nice enough to vote me and my efforts as MVP, and I rolled a portent roll. And I did say that portent roll when I got it, but I don't think people caught what I said when I said it. I'm going to use that portent roll now. Your final attack, you said it was a total of 24. I'm going to use my nat 20 portent roll. And give you that nat 20.
Okay.
So I want you to roll your damage for the first two attacks, and if what I'm thinking is correct here, this could be really damn cool. So
Okay.
roll that for me, please, while I get out some things.
I'm going to use the first two. I'm going to use first levels because if I know the last one's a crit, I'm going to use my last second level slot on that. So it's 2d4 plus the d8 from improved plus the plus 1, 10, 17, 22 radiant damage for the first one.
22, right?
8, 11, 12, 18, 23 for the second one.
Okay.
And then... Okay.
So that should be with you said you're using a second level Divine Smite? So that'll be 2d8 plus an additional d8 for the... Oh wait, no. Second level, so that's 3d8.
Plus the d8 for the sword.
Yep.
Plus a d8 because I'm an 11 level for paladin.
Yep.
Doubled.
Not doubled, maxed.
Oh, right.
So, oh shit, fucking...
5d8 is maxed.
So 5d8 is 40.
Yeah.
Now your actual weapon damage...
Yeah.
You're wielding Lightbringer, which is a longsword. So you're wielding it two-handed or one-handed?
No, because I've got the shield on the other hand.
Okay, so that'll be another d8. So that is 68. That's 58. 48. 48.
48.
Plus your modifier.
5.
Okay, so 53 in total. And that's without rolling dice. Now I need you to roll the dice and add them onto 53.
86 total.
86 total. This is exactly why I used the nat 20 for this, because I could feel this was coming.
I thought you were going to be like, I'm giving you a 4. I was
No.
like, fucking...
Eleyion, how do you want to finish off? How do you want to finish off this night?
I am going to jump off the head, cut the hands on my way through mid-flip, literally punch him in the shoulder to spin him, and then just take the head off.
You arc over, mid-leap, you carve down, and like Anakin Skywalker to Count Dooku, the hands come off, the spear flies away, the whip falls to the ground. You punch him in the shoulder to turn him around, and because you've made weapon attacks, I am going to DM caveat something here. It's not a straight away decapitation, it's the standard through the chest, out, off.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to let you waste a sword attack on punching him in the shoulder. So you punch him in the shoulder to spin him round. As he spins round, as much as he can in his chair, you plunge the blade into his chest. And it's not like a plunge in, eye contact, kind of thing. It's like an in, out, off.
Yep.
And the head just... There's no climactic end for this man. The head just rolls off his shoulders. The body kind of twitches here and there. And again, there's not even like the spurt or anything because it's a radiant blade. There is a sense of heat to it. So his smoking topped corpse just kind of slides off the back of this drake onto the ground. At the point that happens, the drake is no longer bound.
Mm-hmm.
So this drake is I'm gonna roll it to see. Okay, cool. The drake is going to kind of you can very easily see there's a moment of confusion in this drake, because it's like, this is usually the point where I'm made to do something, but it doesn't feel the whip, it doesn't feel anything come, and then it turns and sees the body and turns and its head moves towards you in that very reptilian way where they look at you with one eye, very similar to actually how your Gryphon would probably look at things, because they would also look one-eyed. And it just stops. It doesn't do anything. What do you do in that moment, as we are kind of pseudo out of combat?
I'm gonna step down. I'm gonna give it like a 3-second stare, and then I'm just gonna kind of nudge it and just basically get out, go before
Okay. Absolutely. So as you push it and kind of let you know, you leave. I'm going to, number one, I think it's going to understand the basic gist of what you're getting at. But I'm going to, you as a paladin, do you have proficiency in intimidation?
I do.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna have the Gryphon just make an intimidation check.
Mm-hmm.
That's cocked. That's a 17. This Gryphon's intimidation is a charisma stat.
Yes.
Okay, and its modifier would be +3 for the Gryphon. So that is going to be a dirty 20. It's a 20, but it's a vegan. And basically what it does is, as you push, this Gryphon's talon leg just comes like diagonally in front of you, and its wings puff out, its chest puffs out, and it just shrieks at this thing before this drake turns and meanders itself away. And we come out of combat. As we come out of this combat, as this drake is lumbering away, licking its wounds, sans one rider, about 15 seconds later, Reverie, Arya, and Kesselis come jogging into the clearing. What do you guys... You guys see the smoking corpse of a Sun's First warrior.
Do we see the kids? Are they still tied
Yeah.
up in the gold?
They weren't tied up. They were back. Well. No, wait. Oh, actually, wait. Yeah. You're very, very correct. The golden wire. No, the moment that Sun's First knight died, that deactivated because it was bound to him.
Okay. I think my main concern would be the kids. So I'm just gonna kind of carefully, because I imagine after all this, they're probably terrified. Just carefully approach them, like warm smile, and just be like, "Hey, are you okay? Are any of you hurt? We're not gonna harm you. We want to help."
So the eldest of them, the older girl who had the sword, she barely acknowledges that you've spoken. She's staring at this Gryphon. Like, mixture of like fear and awe on her face. Remember, Summer Eladrin, while fascinated by Gryphons, and while a lot of her
Terrified.
iconography does have Gryphons, Gryphons are the one thing they were never... Like, they would arrange like hunting parties to go and hunt Gryphons. But this was like a thing that, you know, children were told don't wander out into an open field too far, because a Gryphon could just come down and snatch you up and you're off. But now she's being rescued by somebody riding on a griffin. Like, so she's very confused, very much in awe, also absolutely petrified, because this is the first time these kids have probably seen a real life griffin. And we are not talking your Greek mythology griffins here. These things are huge. I mean, by
large, but
they're large creatures, but
they're huge.
They're on the tall side of large. At this thing's shoulder is the height of a small Goliath. This creature's shoulder is 7 foot tall. When this griffin
The
puts
towers
its head,
are over Arya.
when this griffin puts its head up straight, it's closing in on 12, 13 feet tall. They are, and it is huge. It is absolutely massive. So this kid is about the height of the talon part of this creature's foreleg, and she's just staring up at it in awe. The younger two, I mean, obviously one of them's a baby. They're like gurgling and laughing their head off. They think this shit's hilarious. The youngest one of them is like behind his big sister, like hiding.
Can I toss Eleyon's griffin friend one of the surplus of fish that we bought?
You have so many fish. Yeah, you certainly can.
Arya.
The griffin will catch it, and there's just this slight crunching before there's the.
Oh, you are magnificent. I've never been this close to a griffin before.
Well, there was that time we pretended to be a griffin.
That's true, and we kind of came close to one when we were in the Rusted Falls when we freed the. Wait, hold up. Eleyion, is this the same? You made a friend.
I'm just kind of looking at it.
It turns its head towards you.
Thank you.
She will tuck her beak under her wing and kind of, after a couple of seconds, pull out, and another feather comes out, much like the one that she gave you before.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a fair bit larger though. The one you had before was maybe about the size of like a dagger. This one's like a wing feather. So this one's like the size of like a short sword. It's about yay big. And I'll ask you to make me an animal handling check. I'll give you advantage on it because you
You wrote it back.
creature.
That advantage is cool. 18. First one was a 4.
This griffin, there's a look in her eyes of like there's trust.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've been around demigryphs. Your summoned steed is a demigryph. Their facial expressions and then the way they contort, the way they move their eyes and such, the way their body moves is very similar. This griffin is showing a state of trust around you. Not only that, it is also there's no fear. Like the first time you saw this creature, despite the massive size it had over you, there was a fear response. It tensed up when you approached. Even the second time when you seen it, same thing. It tensed up. This time there's no tensing. This creature is completely at ease around you. When the other ones talk, it kind of will jerk its eyes towards them or will tilt its head so that one eye can be looking at them. There's obviously a sense of, I wouldn't go so far as to say distrust, but lack of trust.
Mm-hmm.
But for you, completely at ease. Eleyion, if you would like it to, your summoned steed will now, through also use of the feather token that you were given to begin with, your summoned steed will now summon this griffin instead of the demigryph, if you would like it. You can choose. I'm not saying it never will ever again. You can choose between them. But I'm saying that, or actually at level 11, do you have Find Greater Steed yet?
No, it's 2 levels from now, I think.
Okay, then we will say, because shits and grins and I want to make it fun, for the moment when you use Find Steed, you can choose between. But this one is very much a physical presence. So if you cast Find Steed as normal, you'll summon your Demogryph. If you cast Find Steed or Find Greater Steed through this token, your Gryphon will hear the call.
Mm-hmm.
But this is very much your Gryphon now. She does come with baggage. She has 2 eggs.
I was going to say, that was going to be my next question. Are your kids all right with this arrangement?
She will turn and angle her head towards a distant crop of like mountains.
Right. Okay. I will turn to the kids. Are you all right?
This girl turns her head to and is like, You were riding on that thing.
Briefly.
My mum used to say, we're not supposed to they're dangerous. They're supposed to be. They eat children.
Well, your mother is right. They are dangerous, but and I'll kind of put my hand behind me for her to kind of press against.
Her massive head comes down over your shoulder.
She's all right.
The Gryphon will kind of... It's giving very Rescuers Down Under. With the big eagle. It's giving them vibes. But she will kind of pick up the kind of, not so much the context, but like the emotion of the conversation. And then she will lean over further, putting her head towards the children. It's a kind of universal law. Most creatures understand young, and most creatures will not outright harm. So you see phenomenon of it, like when children fall into animal enclosures and the animals sit next to them. You know, it's a fairly well referenced phenomena. This Gryphon is obviously showing that kind of understanding as well. There's a level of intelligence about this Gryphon. Intelligence, similar to how like the Demogryphs were described as being like incredibly intelligent dogs. That's what this Gryphon is like. It seems to be kind of on par to like I would say on par of like ape-like intelligence. It can understand basics of what you're saying, and it angles its head towards these children, and after a couple of seconds of nothing happening, kind of just like shoves its head at the children as if like, I'm letting you pet me, and then when they don't do it, going, oh, you're gonna fucking pet me, and like butts her head into their hand, and there's a kind of giggled awkwardness before they realise that it's not going to harm them, and they start to pet the Gryphon, and they kind of get lost in this massive creature's awe-inspiring presence. And for the briefest of moments, they look like children. There's no sign of the obvious atrocity that has happened to them on their faces. Kesselis is going to take in what's happening, then look at you and go, okay, so now you're definitely the most impressive. It seems slightly unfair.
I could have told you that from the beginning.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of jealous, but that is pretty cool.
Hey, I earned it. I saved its life twice.
I mean, now
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
I'm gonna have to go and find like a dragon or something to ride. Like, this is unfair.
You know, oh, you're gonna call her something? You can't just call her, hey, you, Gryphon. Should give it a name. I think she'd appreciate that.
I think that's something to think on, not rush into.
That's fair. While the kids are distracted, I am going to kind of like play a small little melody, something like soothing and light, and cast performance of creation to make like a giant like blanket tarp thing, just to kind of like cover over the dead headless body, so that because obviously they've already seen it, but like they don't need to like see that again after like they're just trying to start to calm down. They don't need to be subjected to that.
You've got
more.
a crime scene sheet over it.
Listen, I'm trying to help. They've seen enough. They've seen enough horror for one day. Why let it linger?
I'm sorry for running off.
Oh no, you did the right thing.
Yeah.
I
If
mean,
you hadn't,
I'm only going to assume that you got here in the nick of time. If you didn't run off, we might be looking at corpses, but we might not be looking at one corpse.
Mine would have been there too if she didn't turn up.
well then it's a good thing she did. But you did make the right call. You did good at it. Really good.
Eleyion, what's your passive perception?
20.
20. As you guys are talking, from the corner of your eye, you see like a glyph on the handle of Lightbringer light up and almost like become revealed from what was once hidden. As Lightbringer is now going to enter its dormant state. Oh, sorry, it's now going to leave its dormant state and go to its awakened state. Sorry.
Right.
So, Lightbringer is a legendary weapon, as you guys were told that it was an important weapon.
Yeah.
But Lightbringer has the properties of a Sunblade. While attuned to Lightbringer, you will gain a +2 bonus to attack damage and damage rolls.
Mm-hmm.
In its awakened state, you will have those same abilities, Sunblade properties and +2 bonus to attack and damage. But you'll also deal an additional damage die on successful attacks with this weapon. The weapon is radiant damage. And enemies within 5 feet of a creature damaged by an attack from this weapon will suffer 1d6 radiant damage. As you slash with it, it's almost like a wee burst.
Within how much?
Within enemies within 5 feet of a creature
Perfect.
that is dealt damage by this weapon, they'll take 1d6 of radiant damage.
Perfect. Crazy.
And as you look at that first rune kind of revealing itself, the second one will also reveal itself. What does the party want to do from here? We still have a couple of days of travel to get to Brightcliff.
I'll go over to Reverie and ask her, so what are we going to do about the kids? We can't just leave them alone out here. We've got to make sure they're somewhere safe. You're muted, I think.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yep.
Okay.
This is very quiet.
Yeah, it's a stupid new microphone.
Ah.
We'll have to take them with us. We can't leave them here.
I mean, what's more safe than a rolling armored carriage.
That's true, but I was more thinking about where we're gonna leave them afterwards. Like, where can we? Obviously, maybe the next town over, but
We
Well-
could take them to Brightcliff, but I imagine um, with how things are progressing, Brightcliff won't be safe for very long.
But there's also the fact that everywhere else is already unsafe.
And rolling with us is a terrible idea.
I think rolling with us is their safest option until we get to Brightcliff.
I agree with that.
yeah,
Once we reach Brightcliff, there is the possibility that it could become unsafe. The only other option is to send them to the Vardenheart.
That's what I was thinking, but I would imagine we would just take them with us after Brightcliff.
We
That's what I
don't
was
know what will
thinking too.
happen in Brightcliff.
but we know
Yes,
for sure that if we leave them here, they're not going to be able to.
And 3 kids traveling on their own.
That's not going to happen.
Exactly.
So-
So we can't exactly send them to Brightcliff.
There's also the fact that they'll be with their own people in Brightcliff.
So we take them with us for now, and we'll see where we go from Brightcliff. My aunt's got a lot of connections. She would make sure that they would ended up someplace safe, or as safe as could be.
Reverie gonna lean over to Kesselise and just kind of whisper and go, "That means you're not the youngest."
He'll give a small smile, but still try and remain some kind of professional. And then he'll go, "Why don't you all?" And he'll kind of look towards the corpse that's been covered up. See if there's anything else we can get, and I'll get the children back. And then he'll move over to the kids and be like, come on, I'll show you our home. It's like a home, but it travels on wheels, and it's pulled by really cool creatures, way cooler than some dumb Gryphon. And he'll start walking back, leading the children back to there, leaving you guys to investigate the body if you'd like to.
We probably should.
Yeah, I'll investigate.
Investigation.
Not my first body I'm touching. That's my D20.
Oh, that's a good one. It's a rolling around in the mud 20.
We love a
Oh,
20 that
you
rolls in the
idiots.
mud.
Like a piglet, like a piglet. I'll be right back.
What did you get there, Reverie? Sorry.
Well, it's less than a 20, and by that I mean it's a nat one.
Nice.
Love it.
You're like, damn, that's gross. There's no body here. There's just a tarp.
I'm distracted by the kids, and I fed a Gryphon some fish. Why do I have so much fish?
Listen, I didn't make you guys buy the fish, okay? I just put out affordable local produce, and the people came. All right.
Hey, I'm not mad about the fish.
I never said I was mad. I just said I have a lot of it.
Arya, what did you get on the investigation?
Dirty rolling around in the mud 20.
20. Eleyion, are you rolling for it?
No, I'll let them take over.
Okay, cool. So you go over, you peel the tarp back, and you begin to investigate the body. It's got the usual trappings of the Sun's First, but there's a couple of new things that are here. For one, the whip. The whip is... It's weird, as you look at it, it's like... It looks like a standard whip until you realise the coil on it, like the length of the whip, is metal. And it's inscribed with runes that invoke evocation magic. They also have these small golden orbs. Eleyion, you've seen him use them when he threw it out and it burst into these golden wires, which kind of wrapped around and trapped. There's also another thing this one has, which is like, it's like a gemstone. It's got this kind of like milky yellow colour to it. And Arya, as you pick it up, you gain this kind of like, it's almost like a low buzz, like a frequency coming from it. You would need an Arcana check to figure out any more.
I also have Identify.
You could cast Identify on it if you want.
Can I cast Identify? If I do I can only do one at a time, right?
I mean, if you want to cast Identify, you can cast Identify, which will then mean there's no really a point in doing the Arcana check.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking like if I could do 2 and 1 with the whip too, but Arcana. Oh, my Arcana's actually not that bad, so let's do that. That's fact. Not great. That's a 5 plus 4.
Total of a 9. You pick up this rock. There is a frequency coming from it, some kind of like arcane signature, but you can't figure out what it is. You kind of look for any kind of signs or sigils. There's nothing on it. Seems to be just clearly faceted. You cannot discern its purpose.
Maybe I will cast Identify though. I've got plenty of level 1 spells. What's left? Because the frequency thing feels weird to me, like. So
you're casting Identify?
Yeah, I'll pluck a couple chords. So it sounds like a sing bowl, and then cast Identify.
As you cast Identify, you gain the knowledge that this is a solar stone. Solar stones operate like sending stones, except these are... Where a sending stone is like a pager linked to another pager, or they go one way, this solar stone is like a police radio. It's connected to a greater network. This is like their method of communication across all forms. If you're touching one and somebody who is holding one connected to the same frequency sends a message, you'll hear it. And also, if you're touching it, you can send messages through it, but everybody on the frequency will hear it.
Got you. So it's basically like a magical Zoom call.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
You don't sense that there is a limit to distance on these. You also can't sense that there's any kind of restriction on how often it can be used and limit of words and such. It's like all the bad parts of a sending stone have been removed.
That's awesome.
There is one caveat to it though. It does not work. It does not work without sunlight.
That's fair. Pretty small caveat, but okay. Anything else that I found on the body?
Other than those things, no.
No sing ring like I've got on this one, because I know sometimes the Sunsbursts have them.
Nope.
All right, I'll gather the items and relay the info to my party members.
Okay.
I think it's probably good for us to be careful with holding this thing, just in case if they try to communicate with us.
I'll be back.
And we're holding
guys.
a
I'm
thing.
going to grab a snack. Please do continue. I'll be able to hear
Yeah.
you.
Same time, but they hear us instead of just a headless huntsman over there. They might know something's up, but if we can hear what's going on with them, could be useful. Especially if we can get our hands on another one.
I agree.
The whip's pretty cool too, I'm not gonna lie. Like, not my thing normally, but like, for a long range kind of weapon, pretty badass.
Keep in mind they can track us.
That's a good point. So maybe we should leave the whip and and just hang on to the stone, or do you think they would track the stone too?
I don't know. I kind of like the whip.
So do I, honestly. It's kind of really cool.
Maybe Eleyion should have the whip.
I am
But Eleon's already got
overburdened
the
with
sword.
weaponry. I'm fine.
And I'm not.
I'm not. I just got my bow. I mean,
Then
I'm
you
not
should.
the most weapon efficient person, but for a long range kind of thing, that's actually really good for me.
I will also remind you in a character way that you can figure out whips are simple weapons, which means you can use them perfectly.
Which is weird,
So-
because in reality, whips ain't fucking
They're really
simple.
fucking
They're
difficult.
not.
They're really weird.
Not
They're
simple
weird.
at
They're
all.
hard. Nope. All right, so
So what do you mean
I-
this thing hits at 750 miles an hour and breaks the sound barrier? That makes no sense.
It's like
I also added-
whips are simple and flails are martial. Like flail is just once you get that arc, you just follow it. It's
It's
really
a
damn
it's a
easy.
nunchuck with no backsides.
Yeah.
also above table, I love the idea of like a bard having a weapon that can break the sound barrier. So I will hold on to the whip. Maybe I can find someone else. Like I can fiddle around with it, try to learn how to use it. If I find someone who's proficient in weapons, maybe they could teach me. Maybe they could teach me, but yeah, this could be cool to hang on to. And then we should probably pocket this somewhere where it won't be like touching us, but we have it on hand. Like,
I just opened Sheila's bag.
yeah, but you're the only one who's allowed to like put stuff in it and take stuff out.
You open up
But
the
we
chasm.
can't touch it and it's out of the way, which is what you just
That's
said.
true. Also, I don't think things can be tracked in there, so good point. And I'll drop it in there, but I'll hang on to the whip.
Close the bag. In the whip's defense, we know another character in a different setting that uses a whip and literally just
That's true. That's true. While she's throwing ass. I was legit thinking of Frankie, honestly.
she just twerk and it worked.
Whip it good. I love Frankie.
Oh, Frankly, so much.
So cool.
She's so fucking dumb. I love her. I love
and-
playing an idiot.
Her and Grayson will always be bonded.
That's out of into the picture.
That was such an incredible moment.
That was the kissing, the like kisses all around. That was so fun. Oh god.
She's so thirsty as well. Like she's like, seen a bunch of Greek demigods and went, whoa.
Auga.
Nope.
First, the Greeks can't be that cool, can they? First one she sees is a guy in a kilt and just goes, okay,
Shirtless too.
okay. Then sees
With weight.
big guy carrying like 9 tons of weight, and it's like, guys, we have a
Auga.
problem.
I think I'm switching camps, you guys.
Okay.
Where was it? Yeah, so there's nothing else of note. Like, so you did mention the whip. There's also the spear. The spear operates very much in the same vein as like a sun weapon. It still does the same damage as a spear, but its damage is magical, and it's radiant instead of piercing damage. That's it.
I mean, I've already got one of those from my brother, so
Put it in the bag.
true. In the bag you go. I'm just like Mary Poppinsing it.
Now I've just got images of there being a chimney sweep inside the bag of holding. Chimney, chimney. Fuck, did you see? Sorry to break away from current. Did you see Dick Van Dyke done that dance again?
Again?
The man's like in his 90s and he was on stage keeping up with the dancers who
God
did it.
bless. I need to look that up like, after game then.
I'll find the video and send it. It's fucking mental.
Please do.
You found all you can from the body. There's nothing
Right.
else there. So what do you guys want to do from here?
Head back to the bus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, really quick, could I kind of backtrack the footprints of the kids? You know, the ones I followed here.
Uh-huh.
Can I pinpoint where their house was?
Yeah, I'd say you can do that. Survival check is going to be what's needed for that, though.
Guidance.
Damn,
Nothing?
that is a fat 3.
Oh yeah, even guidance is gonna help that.
You're able to follow them back to the village, but then it just gets too muddled up.
Damn. Oh well. Back to the bus.
Yeah. As we're walking back, Ari's gonna sidle up to Eleyion and, hey, El, can I ask you a question as someone who's seen this kind of thing before?
Hmm.
How do you deal with seeing it for the first time?
Extremely badly.
They tried to fight back. They
Mhm.
took a stand.
Yeah.
Is it awful that I'm sort of proud of them for that? Proud of our people for doing that, even though they still...
No, it's... I mean, it wasn't a smart decision, but good ones rarely are, right? So, it's a good start. But, on one hand, it shows that I was wrong when we spoke the other day, and I was fully prepared to deal with the Summer who was backing them. But on the other hand, they are, well, a younger me would have told you if you want to keep people in line, you would do stuff like this.
You want to know what always made the least sense to me back in the summer courts? How quickly some of the high rich lords and ladies would poo-poo the plights of the poor common folk, but then turn around and go back to their golden goblets and caviar imported from winter. And anytime I would bring up questioning why we couldn't just share what we had if we had excess and they had little, and then we wouldn't need to lament the poor common folk because they wouldn't be in need anymore, they just would scoff at me or deride me or tell me to shut up and stay in line, you naive, fanciful child. And yet none of them ever actually answered my question, why can't we share some of it? Because they got that happened because they couldn't afford to do more than just get by, because they couldn't afford to pay unfair taxes or rise above the state. It never made sense to me. It doesn't make sense how that's okay, how that's allowed, that they can be okay with being greedy and that happening when there are people too.
Look, A lot of people in the courts do shitty things. But to give you some perspective, how much gold is in your pocket?
A lot.
I don't see you giving that away.
You're right.
You don't always know what people need gold for. Do I think people in the courts keep it for themselves? 100%. They do. But we were brought up in an environment where you couldn't trust anyone, really. And the last thing you want to do is extend a hand for it to be cut off. Most people would rather make sure their family is looked after than risk doing good, which in itself is its own problem, but
Kind of makes me ashamed, honestly, to think how many people on our travels I could have been helping and just didn't think because I didn't see.
but
It's
also
not like I need all this.
you don't know who wants help. If you handed me a pile of gold, I wouldn't want it. I'd feel like
That's
I'm
true.
indebted, and that's not something I want.
I guess I still got a lot to learn about where and how to do good for people the right way, in the ways they need,
But
not just the ways I think they need.
this doesn't get easier. It just gets numb, unfortunately. The best thing we can do is pick up the scraps of hope like we've done now.
Well, that I can definitely do.
Yeah.
Numb is not easy for me. I tried that, and it became a very unhealthy surviving mechanism for me for a while. You learn pretty quickly on when you feel things more deeply by your nature and don't really know how to tuck your hearts into your sleeves. That's not a good or safe thing to be in the course. I don't think I want to go back to being numb, not even for this.
It'll get better.
That I believe.
Now stop the depressing talk. We have kids in earshot.
True. I can keep them entertained at least while we're traveling. I'm good. Kids like performers. They like all the colors.
Exactly.
Yeah. You did good. I really do mean that, by the way.
Oh, I know.
I know you know. Still warrants saying. You know, that's always been the quality about you I think is the best. How
Martial prowess?
you don't actually I was gonna say back to the giving people things, how you don't hesitate to be generous. Saw that a lot, especially back in Russet Falls during the siege. I think that's your best feature.
I still think it's probably martial prowess.
Maybe both. Could be a tie.
No. Not to spoke of.
Okay. Do you guys make your way back to the wagon?
Yep.
Okay.
You said tour bus.
It's a party
really weird.
bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a party bus.
Party bus.
Boop, boop.
Oh, we have a sorry. We have a rare honor in the chat now, guys. Mirko77 is one of my home game players.
Welcome.
Hello.
And we also got raided. Sorry, I don't know why. All my other streams it pops up whenever I get raided. This one it doesn't. I don't know why it doesn't. Forever Cyber,
I think
my
it's
friend. Hello there. Welcome into the stream. Yeah, Miracle plays in my 2 home games that I run. Yeah, thanks for coming to see me, buddy. Thank you. Nice to see you. As you guys make your way back to the tour bus, and you get oh, he's all they've also redeemed hit points for you guys. So
Incredible.
Ooh,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Eleyion needs that.
4d4 plus 4 hit points for everybody there.
Bless up. I'm not looking too great.
You're fine. Take a nap.
As you guys get back to the tour bus and you get on and you get moving, Kesselis is going to kind of poke, like, as you guys come on, he kind of steps out of like his room and kind of puts his hands up and goes, "I don't want you to be alarmed. I did cast a spell. I just put them to sleep."
Oh, that's fine.
I mean, are they going to stay asleep or like?
I can guarantee they'll sleep for 8 hours.
Okay. Oh, one of them, they had a baby with them. We should probably make sure that we've got like milk in case the baby wakes up and they get hungry.
The worst comes to the worst, I'm sure we can figure some kind of magical sustenance. And then, as he says that, you see his gaze suddenly just kind of drift off as he starts just talking to himself as if he's plotting out some. He's speaking out loud as he's like, maybe I can find some way to summon some form of magical sustenance. Maybe something that would maintain in a certain capacity, something that would be completely non-parent, and he just wanders off as he's in his own head. Now considering is there a magical version of Goodberry but for babies? Like,
Well, actually, I had an idea that maybe you could expand upon.
snaps him back into, "I'm listening."
Okay, so you know how we have the tour bus? The tour bus is kind of bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Marginally, yes, I understand.
Okay, that, but it's like something that we can pull and throw on the ground, and it's like an actual ball.
The university, they have them.
They have farm cubes.
Oh, it's not a farm. There's, I mean, technically it's a farm, plus a library, plus a stables, plus a blacksmith, and plus a fortress.
A village cube?
A village you can keep in your pocket?
It's a fortress. It's a portable fortress.
Like, that's so cool.
Like-
Magic is so cool sometimes.
Like an instant fortress?
You throw it on the ground, you speak the command word, and then, yeah, it turns into a fortress.
Yeah, I think that could be very useful for a situation.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's several forms that you have to fill out, and in triplicate as well, in order to get one. And even then, you might be turned down. There'd have to be like some serious levels of like arcane study within a certain area that involves high defenses.
Now, how come Magda couldn't have that on his stupid body?
Because that would have been very.
Magda was a disgraced researcher. I don't think he would get the permission for one.
Before he was disgraced.
Oh, I have no idea. I mean,
What if my brother could get one of those?
I'm fairly sure that Professor Sarin already has one.
Cool.
So, maybe in the future we could find one. But it's an idea to expand upon. In the meantime, we're going to have to find something.
It is also something I've been considering, that we should probably start looking at the idea of finding a place that we can rely on as a point of operation?
I do actually have an idea for that. Only problem is I'd need to spend a year there casting the teleportation. So I finally figured out that spell. I just haven't had a chance to spend a year in any one place there. But if I can do that at the crossroads at my treehouse, that's safe.
That's
Or
also
even other places
Feywild.
when I travel around. True, but at least it would be a start. I would be someplace. And if I can spend a year in various places while we're traveling, we can make them there. I can make them there. Have a few places. I actually thought of maybe doing one in Harmony Falls. I'd love to go back there anyways, and it would be. We know it's for the most part a safe zone, full of artisans and a place of safety and creation. So
I just don't know if we should have one that is in a particular land. I feel like that would feel like we were picking sides.
well, that's why
Clearly,
initially
we're
I
all
thought the
very
crossroads.
different.
That's why initially I thought the crossroads. It's literally in the middle. It's my tree represents.
But that's
The
in the
center.
middle of the Feywild.
But then
We're not
it's
in the Feywild.
yeah, it's not accessible for those who might need us. I was
That's
thinking
true.
of literally establishing a settlement somewhere neutral,
Know any abandoned forts in summer?
not in.
Would I know any abandoned forts in summer?
Oh, what, I
Actually-
was about to say Kessis is going not in summer, but I know of play. But with that, Eleyion, you could roll a history check on that.
17?
17. Give me a moment while I consult my map.
Big +0.
Yeah, but that's a really good idea, Cassilis. I actually kind of really love that. Neutral territory.
Oh,
A
Um,
safe place.
Eleyion, you would know of one. You've not technically passed it. You would just be veering directly east from your travels right now. Would add maybe another 2 days onto your travel. But there is a fort with lands around it. It was established kind of like in the earlier days, or in the earlier days of the world of Atuma. So you're talking a good number of years ago. But as of 200-300 years ago, it wasn't used. It's just been left. But it's not like it's been destroyed or it got sieged and destroyed beyond repair. There was just nothing happening at it, so they just left. So other than time damage, everything should be fairly intact. Unless something else has moved in, of course, which is always a possibility.
I'll kind of get a map out and circle its rough area. And it would be a detour, so we'd probably want to go to Brightcliff first, but
On the way back, though, it's at least one option.
It's definitely an idea. And
it's
if you say-
fortified. Bit old, but
we could at least check it out. And it
Yeah,
would be
and-
somewhere safe.
A
people
couple
come to us for
of
safety.
couple of days with some strong magic wielders, we can have everything repaired back to perfection standard. I mean,
And if we want-
the mending spell only does a small piece of work, but I can do
Or
it
it-
as often as I need to.
For it to be a settlement, though, we'd have to get people to move there.
But at least it would be a place where people who are displaced, they can come.
We can always spread the word.
I think we want it to be less of a spread the word and more of a
Spread the whisper.
yeah.
I think I could come up with something something for that. The stories I remember reading about poets and artists and musicians sending out secret messages to each other through their works. Maybe we can do something like that.
We could speak to some of the furballs from the village nearby nearby the Varden Vale. That way we have people that can tend the land and make it toilable again.
And we can always look to people in Harmony Falls and also Russet Falls for craftsmen and artisans, help with like establishing homes and furnishings.
I could ask the master craftsman. I have business with him anyway, but if he recommends anybody,
Yeah, I could. You can ask him
The
about that
things
too.
the things that we will need is a way to make the land livable. Somebody to work a forge, and somebody to care for livestock. Once we have those in place, then all we
People will
need is
come.
people who are able to build.
I think contacting Barry in the third box is a really good place to start. And like
Well,
you said, it
let's
should be
see-
a place that's neutral. Cassidy.
let's see if this place isn't rubble in the ground first.
Let's get to Brightcliff first,
Yes.
and we
Okay.
deal with what has to be dealt with there. We've still got 3 days of travel ahead of us.
But on
But
those 3
also,
days,
if-
we can brainstorm.
If we're looking for somewhere safe and we have a secret base, then she's gonna now look back at those kids. There wouldn't be a place safer.
True, but if it's not in a state currently where people could be sustained there, then when we leave them there, who's going to be able to take care of them? They can't do it all on their own. We need some place that's currently sustainable for them.
Their village was a farm village, right?
Yeah, I think so.
From everything I saw. I mean, I
Maybe
can look
these
in the
kids
rubble.
know how to farm.
But doesn't farming take a lot of physical toil? They're still kids, and one of them's an infant.
Yes, but telling someone the knowledge you know doesn't take any physical toil.
They could
Oh, I thought you meant them doing it themselves. My mistake. My misunderstanding.
Very Summer of you.
We
Mhm.
could also search the rubble and grab seeds if there's any.
That's a good idea.
It's something to think about. It's something to hope for.
Ribbons.
Well, I'm all about hope, so. But I think you're right, Cass. It should be something we give a little more thought to. Got to take care of the stuff in Brightcliff first, but we can brainstorm more in the 3 days. And I think having a place that's neutral territory and safe is really, really smart. Like you also said, Rev, not in one particular area.
But for now, Brightcliff.
Brightcliff.
And the wagon will trundle on. And that is a decent place to take our 15-minute break. And when we come back, we will be rolling random encounters.
Woo!
Don't go anywhere, folks. We will see you in 15 minutes after our break. Hello, you beautiful people. We are back with part 2 of our session tonight, and we're gonna get straight to it.
On the road again.
I didn't break a plate. You broke a
On the road again.
plate. So first things first, we are rolling a d20 to see if we do have, in fact, a random encounter. On a 14, we do have a random encounter. Now we roll our d100 and see what we are picking up on. Okie dokie. Let's pull up my wee list and let's see what we got. Sorry, excuse me just a little moment. D100 random encounter. See, I knew that I saved these for a reason. Oh, okay. So that didn't work. I need to go back to the source of them, because the ones that I saved the image, and the image is very small. But excuse me, just a moment, guys, just a moment. That has derailed me. Here we go, found it. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool, awesome. So, the weather on this day as you're traveling. Oh, and Harry's camera has died again. The weather as you're traveling is very fair. Quite a pleasant wee breeze, bright day. And as you're making your way down this area, you come to a turn in the road. And at this turn, there is just this little wizened old man sitting with a wee table with just a bunch of stuff on it. And just every now and again, just lifts his head up and then just goes back to looking at his wee book and writing and stuff. That's it.
I'll stick my head out the window and say, "Hello, good morning.
Oh, hello, travellers.
How are you today?"
Oh, quite fair, quite fair. How are you?
Well, thank you. Did you get stuck out here in the middle of the road, or are you just relaxing and enjoying the day?
Oh no, just out selling some of the knickknacks I found in my journeys.
Ooh, I collect knickknacks too. May I take a look at some of them?
Knickknacks? Yes, of course. Come, have a look. There's like
Cool.
a handful of things there. There's like a rock, a ring. There's a piece of folded up parchment. It's all the weirdest little random things.
Do each of them have stories behind them, like where you found them, how you got them?
Yes, of course. This rock. Well, I found it in my garden. I liked it. This ring I bought from a shop a while back. It was too big. So I sell it now. This piece of parchment, I found it in the bottom of my bag, and I don't know what's on it. I figured it would make a nice surprise.
You didn't read it?
No, that would ruin the surprise.
That's true. Could be an interesting surprise. Don't have too much in the way of trinkets like this. I do have some things I've collected, but mostly I collect patches from all the different places and people I've met.
Looks over the small offering of items he has and goes, "I don't have any patches."
No scraps. Which one's your favorite?
I like the ring. Oh, just it's too big.
Don't think I have a spell that can make it smaller. Hang on a sec. Reverie? I'll say from the inside of the bus. That spell that you have to make things smaller and bigger, how long does that last, or is it permanent? When you want it to be, or?
It lasts like a minute.
Done. Well, I can't make it last more. Well, I was gonna ask if you can make the ring smaller for him, but if it's only gonna last a minute.
Oh no need to trouble yourselves.
Well, I don't want to take the ring if you like it. Maybe you could find a jeweler to maybe fit it to your size finger at some point.
I
But
don't think that'll work. It's a magic ring. They tend to just go back to the way they are.
oh, it's a magic ring.
Oh yes, powerful magic ring. Very powerful.
Can I take a look at it?
Of course. Wearing this ring will allow you to bond to an additional piece of magical components.
Oh, can I cast Identify on it
Yes, you can.
just to see if it's actually?
You
Okay.
cast Identify. This is a very rare magical item. It's called the Ring of Attunement. This ring will give you an additional attunement slot. You have to attune to the ring.
That was my Galeon question because I'm already attuned to a bunch of other things. I would have offered to Kessler's, but I know he's got one too. So like,
It's a useless item. It's a ring of attunement. It gives you an extra attunement slot, but you have to attune to the ring.
attune to it. I kind of like the surprise parchment. So let me just check my inventory because I want to give him something in exchange too. Something nice. Oh, this will be a useful trick. This way, it's not exactly a trinket, but something that I think that could be useful. Well, you said that you have a garden, so I imagine you walk around probably a lot and like have to go out some garden and stuff.
Oh yes, I walk around quite a lot.
Well, I have these boots that are very useful. They're enchanted. I don't have much use for them since I've already got my winged boots and I'm quite fond of those. But maybe you could make better use of these. And I'll pull out my enchanted boots. They're non-magical, but they just have a small enchantment where they maintain comfort, durability, and good quality. So, like, can I have this in exchange for the surprise parchment?
Yes, of course. He takes the bit of parchment and hands it to you. Thank you very much for your trade.
Thank you. I'm glad that they're going to someone. They'll be put to good use. To a better home.
And you. Have a good day now.
You as well. It's very nice meeting you.
Lovely to meet you, dear.
And can I take a look at the portrait?
You open the parchment up. Okay, so you unfold the parchment. Then you unfold it again. And you unfold it. Then you unfold and unfold and unfold, and it's just a constantly unfolding piece of parchment. There is no inside of the parchment. It just constantly unfolds.
It's in bottomless parchment. But but can you like snip? Can I experimentally like snip off a bit of it, just like?
No, yeah, you can cut off a piece of it.
Okay, but that doesn't ruin the interest. I have an endless supply of sheet music paper. This is gonna be so useful.
Right. So to confirm, it doesn't expand outwards as you unfold it. It's just you unfold, and then there's another lip to unfold, and it just keeps unfolding.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't like unfold and get bigger.
Okay. Well, still, I can write stuff in it. So I have an endless blank page of like sheet music paper. So that's actually really useful.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was very happy with that. Nice little surprise.
Anything else you'd like to do there, Arya?
Nope.
Anything the rest of you would like to do? No? Okay. Then, as we progress on from the weird little man and his book, so He had a ring of attunement, but you had to attune to it to get the extra attunement slot. He had a piece of a folded piece of mystery parchment that you could never unfold. The rock, when you picked it up, it would turn into sand in your hand, and it would turn into a rock when it was on the ground. So it did absolutely nothing. There was also a decanter of non-water.
Oh, you didn't mention the decanter.
There was a whole array of objects there. I
thought you was just the 3.
No, there was a decanter of no water. Any liquid you put inside this decanter would evaporate. So no point in having having
Just
decanter.
the most useless magical knickknacks.
They are oxymoronical knickknacks.
I kind of love that though, and weirdly enough, Arya would too. Like, I kind of find that hilarious.
On to the next day.
Yeah.
1d20. That's a 17. We have another random encounter. D100. And that's a 96. Which is an event. I can't remember which event it is though. Okay. Right. Okay. So it's going to have to be something that happens. Okay, cool. It's going to get to around about, like, you know, the beginnings of twilight on the second to last day of your travels. The roads have been largely uneventful on this day, and as twilight starts to settle in, that quiet comes along, where all you can really hear is the trundle of the wheels on the dirt road. And then you'll start to hear, very faintly on the wind, music. And it's as this music starts to... So on your shirt, as this music starts to play and it's carried by the wind, but you can hear laughter, and you can hear the sounds of chimes and bells and children. It's then I would require anybody that can see outside the wagon to make an investigation check.
Arya is usually outside the wagon, so investigation. Oh, that's a good one. It's a 15 plus 2, so 17.
17, okay. Reverie?
I would be inside the wagon with the kids.
Okay, so you wouldn't be able to see outside?
No.
Okie dokie. What about Eleyion? Is he able to give us a...
I am here. Sorry, I'm making a stopgap solution. Anyway, yeah, I'm normally driving, if that's all right.
Okay. So yeah, it's absolutely fine. So if you make an investigation check for me, that would be great.
Uh, 14.
14. To those that can see outside, you would see that the trees that are around the kind of the roadside and such, they no longer look like normal trees. The leaves are less green and more of a pale blue or dark purple. The bark of the trees is gilded almost in a rose gold. And in the distance you can see somebody standing with a light this lantern hanging, but the lantern that's hanging itself it's woven in vines, and it hangs suspended from a tall crook staff, and the person holding it is wearing a brightly coloured outfit with a hat which dangles in all directions, and they have a mask like a domino mask. For those of you who are born in the Feywilds, you would know of what you have stumbled across, as evidently in its tour around the material plane, as it is wont to do, the Witchlight Carnival has stumbled into existence. Now I need to get...
My God. I've always wanted to see the Witchlight Carnival. The second trip I traveled about, that I traveled with for a while, used to talk about it too.
I love that. Arya, I've always wanted to see the Witchlight Carnival. Every other person in the Feywild, oh fuck, it's the Witchlight Carnival. Have you read this book at all, Arya?
Thank
No.
God Reverie can't see this.
No. Why am I misinterpreting something? Someone tell. This is also me above table. Like, I just hear it sounds cool. Arya likes carnivals. Am I missing something?
You know the old joke about kids running away to join the circus?
Yeah.
This is more of a kids wandered into the circus and just never got allowed to leave.
Oh.
Witchlight
Got
Carnival's
you.
cracked. But here we are. Okay. We've stumbled onto the Witchlight Carnival. Okay, cool. So, the person with the lantern, mask, jester-looking outfit, comes over towards the carriage in the kind of like body contortion way where they move and then they're on their hand and legs and they scurry across and then they like flip themselves up to standing and they give a bow. They straighten themselves up and then they gesture along the path. And as they gesture, you can see will-o-wisps pop into place, lighting the pathway. And they will wordlessly urge you to walk down the path.
Eleyion sees this too, right?
Uh-huh.
Arya will turn to Eleyion and say, we recognize who they are, right?
Yeah, it's not normally a good thing.
Yeah, and if we didn't have somewhere to be, I'd be not gonna lie, a little tempted. But we probably shouldn't, right?
Not unless denying them would be extremely dangerous.
Can I, DM, can I make like, I guess it would probably be like history check of like, I feel like this is something like if people in the Feywilds know about the Witchlight Carnival and Arya's read about like travel and stories and stuff like that, I feel like this is something she would have been interested in reading about. Would I be able to like look back, like make a history check of like, what's a polite way of like saying thank you but no and moving on without like us possibly getting roped into it against our will, like, or like coming off as rude or whatever? Any stories about the Witchlight Carnival that I would know to help in this situation?
The Witchlight Carnival is only dangerous to those who are not of the Feywild.
Oh.
So you guys are under no threat. The Witchlight Carnival is also very famous for being somewhere for only a handful of hours, then leaving. They will
It's only
travel.
gonna be
They will travel across that place until they decide to go somewhere else.
If it's only gonna be for a few hours and we're not in danger, then maybe we can spare a few hours. If could be
That-
something fun. Or what do you think? We
Yeah.
also
I don't know.
Yeah, we should probably ask Reverie too, because we've also got. I don't know for sure if those kids were born here or not, but if they weren't born in the Feywilds and we bring them along, that might be something to consider because they might be more susceptible to not being able to come back, break away easily. Let's ask Rev. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, Rev?
Reverie like pokes her head out. She definitely has made like a baby Bjorn.
Oh,
So the baby is inside of it, attached to her.
a very specific carnival is here. We're torn between if we want to spend a couple hours here or not, or if we shouldn't.
Okay. The summer solstice carnival, like which you're saying
The
specific.
witch
Immediately looks down at the baby. And
something
you
tells me
want
they.
to go?
I think it might be interesting, but we don't know for sure if these kids were born in the Feywilds or not. So, what's your take? Better
Well,
safe than sorry, or
I have a literal baby. I imagine they were born here.
fair? Even if we do age pretty slowly. Okay, so that's probably a no. If we didn't have the kids, I'd say yes, but
I mean,
Better-
if you and Kesley's and Eleyion want to go, the kids I'm sure need to eat and stretch their legs. So as long
That's
as
true.
they don't wander into the festival, all should be fine. Oh, there he is!
hey, back!
Yay, there he is.
From a lower angle too.
It's cool. I've had to build a mound for my phone,
Perspective.
install an app that allows me to use my phone as a webcam, and figure it out.
But you did it.
But
Right.
that is
So
the key
we need
point.
to
You
we
did
need
do
to
it.
buy you a new one. I'll just buy you the cheap one I got.
I'm a big boy. I can do my own webcam.
So you don't mind babysitting? Like you said, they probably could stand with the stretch their legs and stuff. And
No,
we
I
know that
don't.
they only for a few hours.
I don't mind babysitting
If
because they're well behaved.
it's all consideration, I do not want to go.
I'm not
Then
gonna
me
lie,
and Eleyion will babysit.
I kind of want to go. Kesley's? But if
What?
Kes doesn't also want. Witchlight Carnival, yay or nay?
No, I'm scared of clowns.
I don't think they have it.
There's other stuff besides clowns.
Were you born in the Feywild, Kesley's?
Yes, I was. I was born in the winter courts.
Then you'll most likely be fine.
No, I know I'll
Yeah.
be fine, but I don't like clowns. The last time I saw a clown, You have to understand, I did tell him not to come near me.
You don't have to talk about it. You don't have to relive it. Well then, if
I
you want
can't
to stay
face
behind
the
and
idea of melting red noses again.
okay, so you don't have to come with me. You can stay here.
He's
And
still got a 1,000-yard stare as he remembers the vision of setting fire to a clown.
I'd feel bad if I was the only one going, having the fun. Okay, we'll pass it up then.
Are you guys choosing to move ahead past the invitation to the Witchlight?
Arya really wants to go, but she'd feel
Look,
bad if she was the
I-
only one going.
If we could all go, I don't understand, but the kids.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really do not mind watching the kids. And apparently a traumatized Kesley's.
We'll skip it.
So
I'm
much
sure they'll
white
turn
Okay.
back up.
So much white paint.
I'll turn to
Above
the
table.
Yeah.
Kessler's and the clown is giving Fizzerali
Oh
robot
my god,
and
you're right.
and Blitz.
All right. Ariola turns to the ringmaster and is like, "Thank you kindly, but unfortunately, you'll have to be another day."
They tilt their head, and as they tilt their head, their mask turns upside down. Now makes a crying face, and they start to.
Oh, can I play a little song for them? Just like between artists and performers, just
See,
like
that's fucking creepy. That's disgusting.
I think it's kind of creative and
So
fun.
you play a little song. What does the song sound like?
I think it's gonna sound like ooh you know, like the song "Come Little Children, I'll Take Thee Away,"
Right,
something
okay.
like that. But there's a little more of like a brightness to it, less of like a "Come, I'll lure you in" thing, and more like a "Come see this, come watch, look at the stars with me" kind of
Okay.
thing.
As you play it, you start to see it. As you play it, they stop and they kind of like they start to, and you see it appear as tablature in the air, and then they look at it as you play it and they go, "Okay, you can now never play that song ever again."
That's fair. It'll be a gift to him. I have plenty of other
You-
songs I can play.
Like, you look at those notes and you're like, I was just playing it. I was just playing it, but your mind just can't work out how to play that song ever again. As you have given them that song.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
And they
Oh, well.
they kind of they take and they do this and they condense it all down and then they kind of like they just go to a wee pouch on their back and they put it in there and then they
I'll give a little bow back.
start to skip away. But it's really weird because like they have bells all over them, but as they skip, not one jingles.
Interesting. Next time.
They disappear into the darkness.
Onward
And you-
then.
You guys want to continue on down the road? Then it's the
Yep.
last day of travel. Do we get anything interesting happening? Come on, give us something interesting. Something interesting for the
I
last
thought that
day
was
of
kind of interesting.
It's an 8. So there's nothing. No random encounters on your last day of travel. It's a long and boring, winding road. Until eventually, maybe 3 hours before you actually come into seeing the walls. Eleyion, Arya, both of you from Summer. Both of you probably been here before. It's the smell of the salt air that gets you. That's what hits you first. And then it's the fact that there's a constant wind in your face. That as you travel is getting harder and harder and harder. And then about 3 hours later, you see it. Just cresting the horizon. Tall white walls. Towers. In the distance over it you can just see the ocean. As you are able to approach Brightcliff. Brightcliff, where you can still see the banners of the Summerlands hanging over the walls. You can still see trade moving in and out. How do you want to go about approaching the city gates?
I think this is the first time that Arya starts to tear up because she's been to Brightcliff before. That's where her aunt was. She would visit her sometimes, and this is probably the only place in Summer where she ever felt welcomed growing up and safe to be herself without fear of being punished. So, would I recognize, like, would the guard still be the same, or like how you approach it? Like, I would probably know that.
I don't think you would know every single guard here.
Fair.
But you would know the uniform they wear, certainly. So yes, they're still wearing the same uniform. There's no Sun's First presence that you can see. It does look like Brightcliff's own city guard.
I'll say, hello there. We're here to visit my aunt.
Fantastic. I don't know who your aunt is. You have a name?
Yes, Lorelei.
Right, Lorelei. Is there a surname?
Would I know my aunt's surname? It would be my mom.
Your aunt's surname, yeah.
Okay, well, because like I know, she's my mother's. She's my mother's sister.
Obviously.
So I don't think it's like the same as Brightcliff.
No, it would.
Or not
be
Dawnstar. Dawnstar.
I mean that's really up to you what their name would be. I can give her a name, or you can.
I'll go with a sir.
Obviously, it is Lorelei because she's Aunt Lorelei.
Yeah, so it's obviously Lorelei, but her surname, I can give her a surname, or you can decide a surname. It's up to you.
I'll go with the surname.
Big toes.
How about Suncrest?
Suncrest. I like that. Lorelei Suncrest. Okay.
Lorelei Suncrest.
They'll be like, Suncrest. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I know her. Okay. Do you have any kind of documentation, purpose for travel?
Should I show them my ring or?
No. We're on military escort for, how do I put this politely? Important deceased.
Oh, okay. Do you need a priest of the sun, or have you got that covered?
We have our own personal priest from Autumn. It's the family of the.
Oh,
but
right. Okay.
At that, can Reverie kind of come out with the baby Bjorn and the two children, one in each hand?
Okay. On that, I'm going to need a deception check from somebody. They will have advantage.
I got this.
Can I give guidance?
You can give guidance, yeah.
Yeah. 24.
On a 24. This guy he falls into a hook, line, and sinker, and with Reverie coming out with the three kids, he's like, "Oh, yes,
See, diplomatic relationship, Autumn wife, whole ordeal.
Completely understood. Open gates, let them through, and the portcullis is raised up, and you guys are able to pass through. Your big wagon only just about squeaks it through. It's a very, very tight fit.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Inside the city walls of Brightcliff, it is hustle and bustle. People are moving around constantly. It feels like a seaside town. Like, it feels like Saltcoats, or like I don't know American ones. Like, sorry, you're just gonna have to.
The Jersey Shore.
Harry, it feels like when you first arrive at Butlins, like, when you first arrive and it's like, oh, it's the entry bit, everybody looks happy, and you get to the side and everybody's fucking miserable.
Yep.
It's like that. It's like that, but no, the miserable bit. It's just all entrance area. Everybody seems to be quite happy. There's no signs of the issues that are going on in summer right now here. A guard escort is going to come up to you, and kind of give you the overalls. Like you're all going to the Suncrest house, yeah?
Yes.
Right. Follow me, and he will lead you on the windy road towards the cliff faces of Brightcliff. On the way there, however, as you guys are walking, there's a brief point where Eleyion, are you at the reins?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's a moment where, like, as you're moving, an Eladrin man steps out in front of the carriage, but like dangerously close. Like, you're able to pull the reins and get the animals to stop enough, but like marginally. And he kind of just stops and looks up at you, and he's got a bandage around his eyes, and turns back to the road, puts his hand out, nods to himself, and then just keeps walking.
My father used to tell me stories about insurance scams, but I didn't think they were real. Just walked right in front of me. Jesus. Can I just see it? Is he going anywhere? Like, if I peek my head round before I keep going?
He seems to be walking with some real purpose. For an apparently blind man, he seems very good at knowing where he's going.
I can't lie to you. The first thing I thought of, you said Rogue One. When he goes, they put the bag over his head. He goes, "Why are you covering me? I am blind."
I am blind. I love that character, not just because I love the Ip movies.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember much of Rogue One except the corridor.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Like, I'm sorry, but I'm a big Darth Vader fan, so I'm a big Darth Vader fan who hates the fact that all of Darth Vader we see is
Yeah.
like my favorite fight scene in all of Star Wars used to be Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan from Episode 1 Phantom Menace.
That is such a great scene.
Until I watched the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show, and then it was like Obi-Wan Kenobi fighting actual Darth Vader. Tremendous. Fucking tremendous. It's the evolution of no longer using skill and just using overwhelming brute force. It's so good. And that scene, that corridor scene, is hellish.
It was pure fan service.
Oh,
it was
man,
pure fan
absolutely. It's the point because you see it and you think, okay, we're going to get Batsuit Darth Vader again, and he just fucking starts biffing everybody about the place. It's the bit where they start shooting and he just levitates the stormtrooper up, levitates the soldier, and just walks forward with this guy getting shot.
Can't lie, it's the fucking way he throws him to the roof and then just one motion, gone.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was a good.
Man. Oh, it's just such a good scene. That's why when I had you guys meet Laurel and Solarin, I was like, this motherfucker is Darth Vader, but if Obi-Wan became Darth Vader, like
that cutscene at the end still was like,
oh
so
man,
good.
what we had, the bit that I was looking forward to showing you guys was when he turned the Sunblade on, and then when he pulled it in half, so you had two. Oh man. Anyway,
Yeah.
So he's there. I'm totally joking. No, the blind for a blind man, he does seem very confident in where he's going. He doesn't seem to be. He doesn't like stop to kind of feel his way around anything. The only thing he did it was your carriage. He was like, oh,
new thing.
That's new, and then he just kind of kept moving on. But yeah, he walks, turns corner.
This town is weird. Oh, keep going.
Okay. You keep following the guard, and eventually you're led to a Summerland villa near the edge of the cliffs. Outside, there is a fairly grand looking carriage. It is manned by 4 stark white demigryphs. beyond the walls, there is a beautiful, beautiful home. Outside there is like a private bath area with like lounge chairs and those hanging curtains on the wooden frames. And there are people sitting there, quite a few of them, in like, you know, swimwear and such. And as you approach, the guards here are not dressed like the city guards. These are like private security. And as you turn up, they kind of like, there's a kind of brief exchange between the city guard and the private security before they come over to you guys and they say, you will have to follow us and we will undergo a strict investigation before you'll be allowed to wander the city, before you'll be able to wander the house grounds.
You could just tell on Lorelei that Arya's here, her little bear, her niece.
I could also tell her that the King of Summer himself has arrived. Either could be true or either could be a lie. We will conduct our investigation.
Alright.
Or
I was half expecting Arya to pull a, do you know who the fuck I am? Like,
I think
yeah, just cast sending to Aunt Lorelei. Be like, hey, your guards are being very annoying at the door.
Actually, you know what? That's true. Like, also, like, maybe it's just because she's disguised. Like, I probably wouldn't recognize these guards, like, right? Or they wouldn't recognize me even with my eyes. My eyes are pretty distinct.
Evidently, they haven't recognized you.
Okay.
It's also the fact of, well, they may or may not recognize you. They haven't given any clues as to that. Could also just be the fact that they don't care. They are security. They're doing their job. Could be that.
Fair. I think, let me think. Arya does like to try and be polite and, like, you know, people are doing their job, but also she is fucking excited and desperate to see her aunt, so yeah. I'll, like, cast a sending and it's like, to Aunt Lorelei.
Okay. Saying what?
Aunt Lorelei, we made it. We're here. We're right. We're outside the villa. The guards say we have to be examined first. But we're here. Maybe I just want to see you. Hello. Hi. We're here.
There's no direct answer, but after about 30 seconds, a voice is going to speak walking towards them. It's a voice you recognise, Arya, but not the one you're expecting. As walking over, you just hear, what the bloody hell is going on here? Will you let them in? As your brother Arterinon is like waving hands at these guys, and one of them's going to turn and go, Sir Dawnstar, I'm going to have to ask you. And Arterinon just like, I have several different implements I will insert in several different holes. Move. And eventually the security guy just kind of pulls the spear aside, and Arterinon turns his very serious and glowering face from this guy to you lot, smiles and is like, what took you all so long?
I'm going to fly towards him. Arterinon! And just give him a hug.
He catches you in the hug.
Okay.
He catches you in the hug and gives us like, just settle down. Everything's okay. Everything is fine. Okay? Everything's good. Alright?
Okay, good.
And then
good to see you.
He kind of kicks you down and is like, energy levels down. Alright?
Alright.
There are lots of eyes and ears, so we have to play the part. Okay? It's just, you know, this is just a family meetup. This isn't a...
Right. I got you.
Okay. And then he'll just put a hand on your shoulder, and in your mind you're just going to hear a message of like, we will talk when we're inside the house. But right now, there are too many eyes and ears. Keep up appearances, just like we used to do. And then he will turn and he does kind of round it off with a little bit of affection. He does kind of like, grab your face a wee bit, and then he's going to turn, see Eleyion, and very, very military style, like, Commander Eleyion, pleasure to see you again.
Give him a shake.
Shakes his hand. Looks at you, Reverie, is like, Reverie, always a pleasure to see you.
Arteranon?
Sees the children and immediately goes, you work very quickly.
That, I am a grieving wife, so things have been hard.
He's gonna insight check because you're just like, what the fuck? I was making a joke. Are you actually like... He's like, was kidding.
She's giving him the subtle eyes of like, follow along with the lie that we told to get in here.
Okay. So that's a 16 on the die with an insight check there. That's going to be a total of 19. He will kind of like, of course, I am very sorry to hear about the loss of Reginald. It was a tragic passing.
Yes, it was.
Come inside and we will we'll talk about everything that is being arranged. And then he's going to look to the security guards and just be like, "A widow of all things," and just make his way inside. As you guys get inside, and he closes the doors behind, he's going to turn back to you all and be like, "Really sorry about the weirdness. There is a leak, and we don't know who, so..."
Okay, good to know.
Casual appearances, eyes and ears are around. Everybody good? Okay, this room here, and he's going to gesture to this particular room. Like, think of like a very large conservatory, lots of like plush lounge chairs and stuff like that. That kind of thing. He's going to say, this room here, completely protected. Nobody gets in here that is not family. Alright? It's really good to see you guys. I actually have somebody I'd like you all to meet. Give me just a moment. I'll go get Aunt Lorelei as well. And he's going to make his way outside. Pokes his head out and just kind of like, speaks a couple of words. And the first person that comes in is somebody that, Eleyion, you won't recognise. Neither will you, Reverie. But Arya, you will recognise. You've seen her before. Albeit the last time you've seen her, she was knocked unconscious after wearing her husband's armour to charge into a bunch of ghouls. As Nerimia of the Brightwing family is going to step through.
No, wait,
I
hang
did
on.
meet
She's
her.
meant.
Oh,
did you? Yeah,
at the
midnight...
Twilight Lord's party, we had a conversation.
Yes.
She was the one who first told us Rycliffe was safe.
Yes, we bonded.
So you did.
Yeah, it was cool.
I do apologize.
But she hasn't seen me with a kid in each hand and a baby Bjorn.
Yeah. So she kind of steps in, sees you guys, like, looks at you, Reverie, and is like, I guess we both have news then. It's nice to see you all. And then she will look to you and be like, and you are either Kesselis with a very, very good disguise, or you are Eleyion.
Shrug.
It's Eleyion. Good to see you again, Lady Noria.
And she's going to look to Arteranon, and he'll look at her, and then like, probably best to use the name Lady Dawnstar.
Mm-hmm.
So, you two? Congratulations!
It's it's been a strange one, but yes, it was. It began as a family promise, and it's kind of became something somewhat real.
I almost feel sorry for you ending up with him.
This is great.
She's gonna laugh at you with that one, Eleyion, and then she'll just kind of like, not like a big display of affection, but she just kind of like stands a little bit closer so that their arms are touching. And then coming in from behind them, there is
What do you
the
say?
coming in from behind. There's the strangest looking Summer Eladrin you will ever see. Okay, every bit the high society Summer Eladrin in appearance. Okay, the very well done hair. But then it's as soon as you get in the pose and the posture is all there. But it's as soon as you get to the clothing. It's fucking wild. It's eccentric. Alright? It is like a handful of steps off of being... honestly, do you know what this looks like? It looks like she's wearing like... Picture any material from the 90s. Right? You know them fucking neon colours?
Yeah.
Right? And those weird, jagged, geometric patterns. It's like that. She walks in and you imagine that she would have like Tarzan Boy playing in the background. You know the song Tarzan Boy? Oh, well, 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 well. Like, she looks like she has that playing in the background.
W's theme song.
Yeah. And she walks in, looks over and is like, sees you all and is like, you all look terrible, absolutely terrible, darlings. You're road weary, and by God, you must take those shoes off. And she sees like midway sentence, Aria, darling, it's been so long. Walks over. You don't even get a chance to charge her. She walks over, grabs your face, squishes it, kiss on cheek, taps your head, turns you around, gets a look, and she's like just eccentric all over. And then in the midst of this, what is supposed to be an emotional reunion, she just shifts you to the side and moves over straight on to Reverie and is like, and you with the children as well, this is absolutely terrible. We will have the room set for you. The children will want for nothing. They will call me Auntie Lorelai. It will be fantastic. It'll be great. Immediately moves right on to Eleyion and is like, tall, strapping man. This is exactly what we need. Let me get. She forcefully turns you around, Eleyion, and she just like gives like the up and down is like, he's a well-structured one. Very, very good. Shoves you out the way, moves over to Kesley's, is like, oh no, this will not do. This will absolutely not do. We will have to see to the hair and the shoes, and by God's the shoes. And then moves him out the way, moves over Arteron, just like such a lovely, lovely couple, terribly lovely couple, and then turns back around and is like, so, how are we?
Oh, good to see you, Aunt Lorelai. I've really missed you. I've got so many stories to tell you. Oh, and I brought gifts too.
Brilliant. I have gifts, always gifts. And then she turns around and she looks at like who is like her valet of sorts, a tall Summer Eladrin with gold coiling horns which creep back. Very, very lovely man by the name of Caleb. And she goes, Caleb, we have gifts, don't we? And he just kind of like, we always have gifts, Lady Suncrest. You see to that by buying every day. And she goes, see, told you, we have gifts, always gifts. And she's gonna like look over you and was like, lovely gifts, all the things, clothing and jewellery. And she's gonna look at Ella and be like, I don't know, I assume you like jagged things that are metal.
That's pretty on brand for him, actually.
Yep, that will make him very
Fantastic,
happy.
Lovely. See, we always have gifts, loads of gifts, lovely gifts. And then she's going to point towards Arteron and Nerimia and be like, you should have seen the gifts at their wedding. Beautiful, lovely gifts. There was even gifts brought from one of the travelling nomadic kings from the deepest parts of the summer courts in the wilds. They brought gifts of what was it they brought? What was it? The flower that moved. The flower that moved. No, not that one that moved. The one that moved in the funny way. You know the one I'm speaking about, Arteron. Don't act like I'm silly, Arteron. No, it wasn't a flower. I'm absolutely incorrect. They brought him a cat.
See.
Cat.
Yes, it's very easy to get them confused. Cats, flowers, they move and they're bright.
No, she has a point.
Elion's just like, who the fuck is this woman? And every other person's like, this makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I love that.
That was Now you get why I was so excited to get to Aunt Lorelai. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with the movie Auntie Mame, but she's inspired by that character.
Everybody's here. Everybody here is like, I like this one, and Eleyon's like, am I having a stroke? Like,
Now you get why Arya loves it so
Kesselise
much.
is just trying to sink into a corner and hide. He's like, oh my god, this person's gonna pinch my cheeks again. Ah. Lorelai, while you guys are here, and while you guys are at this point in time, Lorelai is going to gesture to, like, you know, gesture up and just be like, first things first, you must go to your rooms, and you must get ready. You must be dressed. I will have none of this wearing metal in my home. Metal is so terribly bad for the pores, as well as the aura. And she's going to look to you, Eleyion, look at all your armor and be like, it makes sense that this is what you would do. Typical. And then she walks over, opens up the doors wide, like throws them up like a Hollywood starlet in a movie, like throws the doors open wide and marches out, leading the way upstairs. She does not tell you to follow, but it is clear she expects you to follow.
Arya's already following, and as I'm walking, I'm like turning around, still walking to my friends, like, isn't she wonderful?
Arya, you're going to trip.
That's what I have wing roots for.
That is actually fair. I forgot about that.
Kesselise just is like, so much energy.
Now you can never say I'm too much ever again.
I'm telling to our Terranon, like, I'm color coordinated.
Our Pterodon is just going to look at you and say, please believe me when I say it's just easier for you to surrender and go along with it. It's like a riptide. There's no point in fighting. Eventually you will drown.
There's no point in you fighting. You never win anyway. And I'll keep going.
I'm pretty sure the last time you two fought, he let you win.
Still
Yeah.
run.
Our Pterodon
Does it
is
really
going-
count?
Our Pterodon is as you say it, our Pterodon and then looks at Narimia like, I did let him win. It was part of a ruse.
Of course you did.
Anytime, Eleyion. Name and place. Name the place.
Find me a room.
just-
Meet me in an hour.
You two alone in the room for an hour?
That sounds like a terrible idea.
He fucking wishes.
You are pretty.
Oh, ew, no, not like that. Ah.
Oh, Arya, calm down. You're in a room you're in a house with a newly married couple. If this is what you're cringing at, you are not prepared.
I have 3 children.
But you do know what they say about married couples, right?
Covering the children.
If she'd taken, it's now only a 1v1.
Listen,
I'm going
kissing
to
is
kill
fine,
him.
but
I'm going to kill him in
anything.
his sleep. At which point, Lorelai has come back down and is like, and just
I've
walks
been
away.
walking as. I'll turn to Remy and it's like, you have no idea how happy I am to finally have a sister.
Our Pterodon is like,
No, our Terranon, you do not count.
Eleyion, you're
Reverie-
closer to counting than I am.
Well, I do
Reverie's
have a
following right behind Lorelai, going, sorry, the boys are flirting.
Oh, no, it's terribly fine. Used to it with our Pterodon. He's always flirty. He's a callous flirt, so he is. You think he was bad. Maltharion was worse. God, I miss Maltharion. He was such a lovely boy. Evanon was great, except when he wasn't. When he was setting fire to things, it was terribly destructive. I'm all for creativity, but creativity with fire is less creative and more destructive.
I read
exactly.
recently he set fire to nothing. It was such an odd experience.
Yeah, but the last time I saw him, he set fire to me, so.
Lorelai just completely blitzes past that, starts opening doors, and is like, Reverie, darling, this will be your room. We will have more cot beds brought in for the lovely little children. moves on, pushes open another door, and it's like, Arya, your room, as it has always been, left exactly as you left it. Speaking of which, you will have to tidy this place up. And then she goes straight down there, opens up a set of doors, and is like, this will be for you. Fuck, I forgot his name. Kessler's. This will be for you, Kessler's. And Kessler's will stand and be like, I really don't need this much. Nonsense! You need all of it. She pushes someone.
Love Lorelai so much.
And then she will gesture to the room directly across from yours, Arya, and be like, terribly sorry. Our Terran on the Rumia are in here. You will just have to grin and bear through.
I'll cover my ears.
Darling, it won't work. They are newlyweds.
I can play music loudly.
And then she will say, dinner is well, honestly, dinner is whenever we want to have dinner because, well, I'm rich. She makes her way downstairs and is like, I'm going back to the pool. I will speak to you all later.
Oh, wait, Auntie! And she'll throw up her arms real quick. It's like, this is like how she would always ask for a hug.
Yes, of course. She'll come over and she'll give you a hug. Pat. Yes, darling. Yes. It's okay. Everything is fine now. We're back. Everything is okay. And then as she pulls back a little bit, she will say, "Not here. Not outside of the sunroom."
I know. I just missed you.
And I missed you. There will be plenty of time to talk, but for now, rest.
All right. See you at dinner. Whatever that is.
See to that complexion, dear. Obviously, you've been neglecting. And then she turns and walks.
Yes, Auntie.
Do I not get a room or something? What? I'll turn on. I'm going to have to shack up with you.
As she walks past you, she grabs you, Eleyion, and just starts pulling you behind her. What the fuck?
Bye, Eleyion.
Me?
Bye. Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, she was checking you out. She made you do a full spin.
To be fair, she's the only one that gave compliments. Like,
she gets to just outside that little bit of the wing, just at the stairs, and will open up a door and gesture into you and be like, "This is where you will stay. This used to be Maltharian's room. It has all of the thing for swords and armor and all that horrible jagged metal stuff. You'll put it all there. It's not allowed in the house except for emergencies. Emergencies being if something's on fire, if something is falling apart, or if somebody's trying to kill everybody. And if somebody's trying to kill everybody, well then, quite frankly, my dear, I'm probably having a party."
right. Okay.
Wonderful to have you here. She turns and she just makes her way downstairs, and she heads straight through the sunroom towards where the pool is in the back, in the kind of like the front terrace garden area. Sorry,
Everything okay?
I heard my window moving and I was like, oh, is somebody trying to come in? Then just realised, no, it's just windy.
I'll literally just throw my pack in and make my way back to where everyone else is.
Okay. Kessel is standing outside of his room, just kind of like, I'm scared to touch anything.
It's fine. If anything happens, she can replace it. She's not. There's very few things that she will be upset about if they are right.
But conveniently, they're all in your room.
How long are we here for?
Hopefully more than a day. Like, hopefully a few days. I haven't been here in so long. I've missed it here. And she'll just flop back on her bed. Like, it's like, this place has always felt more at home to her than back at the Dawnstar Manor. Like, you could see, like, elements in her room of, like, this was a scraggly drawing Arya did. This was some music she played. This was some, like books that she used to, like storybooks that she collected that were, like, not for her studies, but for herself. And, like, all these, like, kind of, like, little hand-drawn maps of, like, places she dreamed of going and, like, things like that. Like, it feels like Arya. But like a younger kid's version, like bedroom for Arya.
Yeah. As you are given your rooms and you're able to sell, the rooms are luxurious. They're lavish, by the way. Like, they are very, very. I mean, so most of them are quite same-ish. Maybe Reverie, yours one will probably be slightly bigger because you have walked in with 3 children, so Lorelai's just giving you the larger of the guest rooms. But all the guest rooms are pretty well outfitted.
I am absolutely subtle bragging only to Eleyion that I have the bigger room.
Funny though is that Eleyion doesn't have a guest room. Eleyion is in what was once a family room. So there's even a bit more class to that. It's also Maltharian's room, so it's exceptionally neat. There is loads and loads of space where there are weapons adorning the walls and stuff. There is medals of accomplishment. Very, very comfortable here. The bed that Maltharian would have slept on, the bed that's in here, is like a how would it's like the equivalent, the fantasy equivalent of like a posturpedic. Like, it is designed for a warrior to sleep in, so that it will contort naturally to how their body sits. It's at this point that you're all able to kind of just breathe and be aware of the fact of how long it's been since you slept not on the road. As much as it's a very comfortable wagon, it's still a wagon which is moving all the time and bustling and jumbling about and stuff. And it's only that it's here that the weariness of the road will hit. Is there anything that you guys would like to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I find like our Taranon or Narimia?
Oh yeah, they're both kind of like just downstairs in the sunroom.
I still have the baby Bjorn on. I've just settled the 2 older kids down for like nap. I don't want to bother anybody. Is there like should I go back in town? I need to get these kids clothes. Baby formula.
Oh, anything you need, we can send runners for. And if it's clothing that you're looking for, well, Aunt Lorelai keeps pretty much everything, so they can be well outfitted
Babies?
very easily. Alarmingly, yes. I am very, very near to 1200 years old, and I'm fairly sure she still has my first pair of shoes.
That is great, actually.
So, whatever you need, write me a list, and I'll have some of the household servants run together.
Thank you.
If you don't mind me asking, Reverie, where did you... I'm not to make assumptions or cast aspersions, but I'm going to guess that these 3 children are not yours.
They are not.
What happened? Where are they from?
I don't know the name of the town. We're in the sunroom, right?
Yeah, he's right in the sunroom.
I don't know the name of the town, but it was decimated.
Sons first.
Yes. Eleyion managed to find the tracks of these 3 kids and the tracks of someone chasing them down, and he managed to save all 3 of them. But these 3 kids are the only known survivors because it was a massacre.
We've been hearing a lot about them using scorched earth tactics when it comes to settlements and villages that won't pay their protection taxes.
I should also warn you, we ran into, what is his name? The number one summer guy.
Orlin, I think.
Orlin Solarin.
Orlon. We ran into Orlon in spring.
You ran into Master Solarin.
Yeah,
He must have been in a good mood.
I entertained him, apparently.
And why was he in spring?
He's looking for something, an artifact. What
They-
alarmed me was he knew more conversations than I would like anyone to know. Conversations I've had in private.
There's every single chance that he has somebody inside the walls in spring. I wouldn't be surprised if he had somebody currently scrubbing Oberon's feet listening in. You said he's looking for an artifact.
Yes, he said it was a bell, didn't he? Or trumpet.
Said it was a
Trumpet.
horn.
Yeah. A horn.
Master Solarin is only sent in to find artifacts when they're being protected or guarded by something dangerous. I wonder what Spring has guarding a horn which could be considered so dangerous.
I couldn't tell you. The forest of spring guards its things itself. Or hags, or any sort of creature it seems spring can come up with that is something of the earth. It seems the spring spirit has no bound of creativity.
Well, whatever it is he's looking for, you should do your hardest to ensure Spring doesn't let it get taken. And we'll do what we can, obviously, here, but
Without getting yourself massacred by.
yes, I'm a fairly good combatant, but
Boy, I just have a lot of bad news.
well,
I'm realizing.
not today. Today is a good day. Today is the day that you guys got here. You arrived here safe. So today is a day to celebrate that.
Yes, minus my widowship to Reginald.
Yes, of course. Sorry, I couldn't think of anything else except the name Reginald.
It sounded summery enough, actually. I thought it was very good.
But for now, in the most polite manner, I would recommend going and getting some sleep. The weariness of road travel has its way of showing.
Yes. Well, I have a baby.
Of course.
I just needed to know what to do with supplies.
Let us know if there's anything we can do for them.
Thank you. Now go upstairs and make a list to hand it to a servant.
Okay. Anything else that's quick that needs to be done just now?
Mm.
I can see that we're creeping up on the end of our time, and I don't want to do anything big because then it'll feel rushed. So if there's anything small that can be
One
done,
small thing.
right?
Arya's gonna probably rest after this, but just because she hasn't been to Brightcliff in so long, and this place always felt like a safe place for her, and she probably just would like wander around and like look at her old little like stomping areas of like the halls and like the rooms and like the place where like Aunt Lorelei would have her parties, or like even like the chaise lounge where her actress Fred would sometimes sleep off the party, and the little throw blanket she'd throw on her friends, and the place where the sunroom where they would have their tea parties with like the little crystals where like it refracted rainbow lights, and the view of the ocean, just smell the sea salt air, and the little area where sometimes she would put on little performances for her aunt and kind of just reflect on how far she's come from them, and look at the patch that her aunt gave her from her handkerchief, where that started and where it is now with all the others. And for the first time in a very long time, Arya truly deeply feels safe and at home again, and just takes a minute to just sit in that before she goes back to resting in her room.
Okay. Eleyion, anything you want to do, or are you doing what you're told for once and going straight to resting?
Yeah, not tonight.
Okay. Then, with everybody arriving safely in Brightcliff, I think that's a good place to stop for now. And we will pick up next session with the morning in Suncrest Manor. Thank you. I'm not going to give you a cutscene. I think that's a nice place to end it. We don't need to do any kind of overarching, looming, creepy crawler stuff. That's just nice. So we're just going to leave it there. Thanks for everybody that came to see us today. If you like what you've seen, please do go and check out all of our social medias. You can find them attached to the video information. There's a little link tree. You should click on that. It'll take you to where we are. It'll also take you to my personal stuff if you want to go see that. I've not really done anything yet, but I'm going to be putting up videos soon talking about like other TTRPGs and stuff that I'm doing. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled on that. Another thing to keep your eyes peeled on is the wonderful folks at Inkblade Publishing and their fantastic works, Gothica Plague Worlds. It's coming up on Kickstarter very soon. I think it goes live on Kickstarter on the 7th of November. I'm not sure. I will go and find that out for you all just now. But you should definitely keep your eyes peeled for it. It's definitely a great arsenal to have. Very much an expansion on the plague and disease rules for pestilence, mutations because of disease. There's a whole load of really cool things that are going to come in this Kickstarter, and if you want to be a part of it, you should definitely go and do that. That is Inkblade Publishing, Gothica Plague Worlds. Other than that, I don't have anything, so I'm going to pass on to our players and allow them to plug themselves to high heavens. So, Harry, is there anything that you would like to plug at all?
I have a Blue Sky that I post once on every week, once I remember it exists when I have to do this, which is That Guy Does Harry, where last week I talked about being in a fight in the woods with the Gryphon, and now I'm going to talk about how I have the coolest mount out of everybody, and they've all got stupid horses. But other than that, I'm good. Nothing for me. Awesome game.
Excuse me, I don't have a stupid horse. I have a stupid demogryph.
Same thing.
Thank you very much. I was absolutely incorrect. It's November 1st that goes live on. So November 1st is when you can get that Gothica Plague Worlds. Thank you very much for that, Harry. Thank you so much. What about yourself, Liz? Anything you would like to plug at all?
Yeah, if you would like to follow me on other social medias, you can find me at Patron of Chaos, all one word smushed together, or at patron_of_chaos. I am on Twitch, I am on TikTok, I am on Insta, and if you want to see me live anywhere else playing D&D, you can't. I am exclusively with World Tree Quests forever. Additionally, if you want to see me in person and meet in real life, I don't normally do that, but you can check me out because I will be at PAX on Saturday the 22nd. I don't know if I'm doing panels or anything yet, but I will be there. And you can find me.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Liz. And last and most certainly not least, Khadija. Anything for yourself?
Hi.
Bill?
If you want to find me at other social media platforms, you can find me at Khadij Al Kubra on Instagram, Archive of Our Own, if you like reading fan fiction, and also at the Bookworm Archive on TikTok, where I am best known as the Book Dragon. If you like wholesome content as well as having really good book recommendations shoved down your throat, particularly banned books, because reading banned books is anti-fascist, I'm the gal you go to. Have not posted in a hot minute because I've been busy trying to write my own books, but eventually I'm going to get back to it. But as far as playing D&D goes, I too am exclusively here with all these lovely people telling these awesome stories.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for that, Khadija. If that's it for my players and that's it from me, well then that's it from us. So thanks for coming to see us today, folks. I have been your DM of Doom, Oops All Brands, or World Tree Quests here on Twitch and YouTube. With me today we have had Just Harry, we've had Patron of Chaos, and we've had Khadija Al Kubra. From all of us here at World Tree Quest, good night, stay safe. Not today, not with those shoes, and definitely not with that armour. Also, don't pull a finny. Good night, folks. Good night.